Drum nerds, here we go. Let's get right into it. Let's get rid of this ugly screen. Here we go. Anthony Barone. He's been heavily suggested by you and yours. We've also got some Ginger. We got some Thomas Lang. We got some Marco Miniman. We got obviously more Band-Aid and Nightwish and all those other ones. But this is one I don't know. Well, I don't know much, if any, actually, about Anthony Barone. I've looked briefly before in terms of his bio. From New York, multi-instrumentalist, and kind of jazz funk. But I don't know what this solo is going to be like. I've been shown this or this cover, but got my coffee, got my wonderful, incredible family, you, the drum nerds. So let's get into it. Here we go. Oh, very, very dramatic, isn't it? Already. Doesn't make you a better drummer, but those stick tricks are pretty impressive and cool. You can tell that ride cymbal over there is going to be very dry, and the set of hi-hats is going to be dry. You can look at those as dry hats. You just can tell how it's finished, how it's lathed. You can see they're quite thick, but I don't know what to expect. But I like the gold. I think it was gold-plated hardware there too. Let's go. Oh, those toms sound very good. Woo! See right there, look at that. All of these drummers, you seem to be noticing, they have the ability to go open-handed, so they can go right and they can go left. So they've got that multifaceted, ambidextrous ability to play there. I'm also going to point out, it's pretty interesting that he's got all those dry cymbals. Obviously, from what I've understood, he's a jazz kind of fusion player, so those style cymbals are synonymous with those genres. I didn't think they were that common with metal and stuff, but it's interesting to see how he's bringing two different things together. He's got some very good fingers. His finger technique is incredible. And also, pay attention. You see how open his halves are. Like I said, Bob, you gotta have that inch and a half. Nice. So obviously this is a playthrough, and I don't know anything about Shadow of Intent, Melancholy. I don't know any of it, but I'm going to investigate further. I will investigate further. Ooh! I want to go back and see what he was doing on those little skips there. With that snare. That was gorgeous. Again, I don't know if that's in the original, but that was a great little... Oh! It was a great little fill while keeping the backbeat. See, now, again, what also just does really need to be pointed out here, what really needs to be pointed out, his technical ability is obviously very obvious, but the play along through these songs, when there's no lyrical map, I've always personally found it quite tricky, but also very impressive for people that get through A to B. You know, the Zappas, the mothers of inventions. Obviously, they had lyrical songs, but when you get those big playthroughs with just instrumental, you gotta really know where the heck you are in the song, because all these parts shift and change, and there's no kind of, there is a map. Obviously, it's the musical notation map, but and you follow the instrument parts, but there's no lyrics to say, oh, okay, well, when he says X, Y, and Z, that's when I know I go to the middle eight. So this just takes a little bit more switching on, I think. Very strong backbeat. I don't know if that's just yeah. That'll learn you. I don't know if it's just nervous energy, but obviously it looks cool. But you just saw what could happen if you don't get it right. Beautiful. So, if you've stayed around this long for the video, that was awesome, by the way. That was really, really interesting. Again, this has been stuff that you are all recommending and showing me. I have no idea about any of these things. I have my camp of people and bands that I investigate and learn and love and listen to, and these are, I'll be honest, these are not those. But that doesn't mean I don't love and enjoy them. That just means these are things I know about. And so you're all showing me some great stuff here, and I'm really, really grateful for that. A personal favorite thing I have, but I've seen that your man Anthony was doing there, is when you're laying down for a really heavy backbeat, you get a bit of the shaft of the stick connecting with the rim at the same time as the tip connects with the head for the snare drum. So obviously you don't necessarily do that on toms, and that was a lot of people's arguments. Why would you do that on the snare if you don't do it on the toms? But the sound you get, that crack, it's such a definite backbeat. It shines through. Obviously, for stylistic reasons and approaches, you might just have to grace note the snare drum or play a bit more center drum for certain styles. But personally, where I come from, which is a rock, indie, heavy kind of area in that sense, it's always nice to have just that constant, very consistent, thuddy, cracky backbeat on the snare, and that to me gets done through a stick, the shaft of the stick connecting with the rim of the snare drum at the same time as the tip connects with the head. But there you go. What kind of nerdiness would you expect on this channel? So that was pretty exciting. We're getting close to Christmas, and that's also pretty exciting. So thank you for sticking around and checking this out. Thank you for suggesting that. Next video, if I'm not mistaken, is Unlikely Morpheus. That has also been heavily suggested. So looking forward to that. Stick around for it. Hopefully I catch it before Christmas or on Christmas. But either way, thank you for everybody's input, even the negative Nancy's out there. Yes, I read every comment, so thank you very much. All right. Just don't forget, if you wouldn't say it to somebody in person, it's probably not a good idea to say it over the internet. Bear that in mind. All right. Thank you very much. Stay well. Keep your stick on the ice.